officially in the incinerator. Welcome to Midday Mania, the live streams that we do here on the Alert Zone TV. Shout out to everybody because this is a worldwide movement. I hope everybody is safe wherever you are. I would love for you guys and girls to become active citizens. Y'all already know how to do that. This is a worldwide movement, so I understand. First off, I want to apologize to everybody. I was getting a couple of things together, so I was late starting. I usually start at try to get 12 on the dot, but nevertheless. Also, if you are in the state of Iowa and you are affected by the pileups yesterday, I hope you made it out safe. I saw a couple of vehicles out there. I would be very surprised if anybody survived. We had another snowstorm yesterday morning, and it's my understanding it was snowing faster than they can clean the roads. I guess it must have started 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and by the time sun was up, man, Interstate 80 was a complete mess. There were several pileups both directions, so definitely, if you're up here in the Midwest, right now we going through a hard freeze. It did not get above zero yesterday. I'm assuming that maybe today it may get above zero, but tomorrow is supposed to warm up some, so it is definitely frigid temperatures out there. You're up here in the Midwest, so please dress accordingly. Y'all saw me post a video a little short yesterday of me out blowing snow, and I had the 226 357 SIG on me. Definitely. Also, today is Sunday. I know some of y'all might not be catching this live stream because you at church. As they used to say in the South when I was young, you at church. So, definitely, give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. And 5-minute mark, we get into the meat and potatoes like usual. But yeah. Also, we had 2 mass shootings yesterday. One was in Sydney, I believe, Australia, at the beach, Bondi Beach, what have you. And here in America, we had one at Brown University. Condolences to all the people that lost their lives, or to the people that were injured. We wish you a speedy recovery. Maybe I may tackle that in a later video about those 2. All right, we got Dr. T in the building. I don't know how cold it is on the East Coast, but it's cold up here in the Midwest right now. So definitely shout out to everybody, because this is a worldwide movement. And we'll give everybody a couple more minutes to get up in here, and then we're going to get to something, the topic of today, something that I've been screaming since my last channel, because I think it's very, very important. Also, we was able to get more people either subscribe or resubscribe, so you guys and girls know the channel is kind of stagnant. I'm fighting the YouTube algorithm, all that stuff. Y'all got a few inches of snow over there, Dr. T? Okay. Yeah, I think we got 3 yesterday, somewhere around 3 or 4, but it just came so quick, and that's why we had so many accidents over here yesterday. They just came so quick, that you know how it is. If you live in somewhere where it snows, sometimes it snows gradually, and sometimes the snow is like the rain. As fast as they can scoop it, it's snowing again. And I've been through those. I've been through those type of snowstorms, trucking, where the plows just stopped running because it was snowing faster than they can keep up the roads. And I'm talking places where they had a lot of plows out on the road. The state of Indiana, before I get to it, is notorious for not cleaning roads. So if you ever on a road trip in the winter and it's gonna snow in the state of Indiana, don't get on the road at night. They do not believe in cleaning the roads over there. When they do clean them, they throw sand instead of salt. So that's definitely a thing. Excuse me. With that being said, let's go ahead on and get into the topic of why I decided to do this live stream. So for those, the incident that happened, I believe 2 days ago now. in Atlanta, in a suburb, in a gated community, where a homeowner shot two guys, teenagers, that were stealing packages off his porch. It's my understanding as of the filming of this video, was shot in the foot and the other was hit in the chest, but he survived. Uh, yeah, Dr. T, that's YouTube, boy. They fighting us. Same shit here. Same shit here. But these the guy that was shot in the chest survived and pulled through. Initially, they didn't charge the homeowner. Yesterday, I saw a news story about this story that kind of I don't like. And this is why I tell you it's important to understand the laws where you live, because there's more than getting a firearm and having a permit and what have you. You got to know the laws and you got to know the technicalities of these laws. So the homeowner wasn't charged right with felonious assault and whatever else they charged him with. Well, they decided to go and ask people, the news, what they thought about that before he was charged. And you had these, they always go find the silliest people to talk, the most know-nothingers, don't know nothing about it, and stick a camera in front of their face. And we had one chick with her green or turquoise hair, whatever the fuck she color her hair was, just standing there just talking stupid. She don't know shit. She's standing there running her mouth. And they were saying that it's just packages. Just go ahead and replace them. We live in a day and age where most people don't go out to shopping malls anymore. So people just don't understand. These poach pirates are everywhere. Now, this was in a gated community. For those of you who want to bring up the hood and all, this was in a gated community that this took place in. As I told you guys, crime doesn't know a face, it doesn't know a color, and it does not know a tax bracket. Well, after getting people in the neighborhood to say that it was just packages, well, they decided to charge this guy. And what they're gonna base this precinct on is they were stealing packages, but there was no threat to his life, so he didn't have the right to shoot them. Now that's two folds. Under the law, if that's the way the law is written, he's probably gonna wind up taking a plea deal. If it was me, I'd just go to trial and see what's gonna be what. He's probably gonna wind up taking a plea deal. But this is why knowing some places are different than others. Some places like Texas, Oklahoma, he would have been within his rights to do what he did. But there's other places where protecting yourself at home goes to your door seal. That's it. You're not allowed to protect your packages being stolen and things like that. And a lot of these thieves, they know this. Let me explain something to y'all. A lot of these criminals know these laws and know how to get around these laws more than you think they do. The news teaches you and tells you that everybody don't know nothing and these criminals are just dumb and stupid. Not a lot of them. A lot of them know what you can and can't do. And at the end of the day, yes, it's just packages. But you know what? You know who paid for that when these package thefts get reported? You who live in these neighborhoods, homeowners pay for that. Because our damn insurance keep going up. It makes your property be considered a high-risk area. So these porch pirates that run around stealing and stealing and stealing, when you're reporting this stuff, and Amazon and all these people that's sending to you is reporting this stuff, and then you gotta report this to the police. If they enter it in a database like they're supposed to, the next thing you know, your neighborhood starts becoming high risk. Well, guess what? It affects your homeowner's insurance, and believe it or not, it affects your car insurance. And what I mean by that is, if packages are being stolen constantly, they're gonna say it's a high theft area, and they'll jail all that into one. So you'll be paying more car insurance because of these Porch pirates. My thing is, I've ordered things offline. I personally prefer to do it the old-fashioned way, and wish that there was more things that I can go pick up in person instead of ordering online. I don't, you know, I just rather do everything a personal face-to-face transaction. But nevertheless, where the criminals know, just like in Memphis, the criminals know that they can come and steal your car out of a carport, not a garage, but out of a carport, and you can't do them anything. That's why they're showing up armed, 3, 4 of them at a time, and they're looking at your cameras because they can't come out there. Because if you come out there and you put one of them down, you've broken a crime, because they're gonna say, yeah, they came to steal your vehicle, but there was no immediate threat to your life. This is why you gotta understand the laws, but not only understand them, you have to get out there and start pushing and get these laws changed. Personally, I'll be honest, he should have shot the motherfuckers. Under the law, is a different thing. Feelings over facts is why a lot of us get in trouble. But personally, yeah, he should have shot the motherfuckers. Because you know what? They weren't gonna stop with that. This tells me 9 times out of 10, they've already stolen packages around there. This wasn't the first time, it's just this time they got caught. And it almost cost them their lives. I seen one guy post about this particular story, and he was talking about when he was a teen and he did stupid things and it didn't garner him being killed. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. When you get into the lifestyle of stealing and committing crimes, everybody knows you might pay the ultimate price. When you go and steal something off somebody's porch, you're taking a risk on your life, and you know that. Unless you just somebody that's just special needs, and are you a kid, 5, 6, 7-year-old, and your parent is telling you to go do that, you know what you're signing up for. You know you're signing up that you can possibly be shot. You're gonna go out there, and then you're gonna get angry, and your family's gonna be angry and say, well, it's just a package. Well, if it's just a package, why couldn't you just leave it alone? I think that we, as law-abiding citizens, gun owners, need to constantly talk about this stuff and then work on getting these laws changed. Because, yeah, it's just a package until it's something that you can't replace, or it's just a package until it's your package that come up missing. Because odds off that they're going to show up unarmed stealing packages. The next time they steal a package, they might actually get a firearm. So then what? You just happen to roll up. There's videos of people coming up and catching people breaking in their homes, or people stealing packages, and the package thief pull a gun out and start shooting. Kill him. I don't like what happened to this particular guy, but I'm just wanting everybody to understand. That's why I talk about the importance here. I'm not a lawyer or none of that, but I always talk about the importance of knowing the law and understanding the law where you live. Your feelings, this sometimes can send you to the grave or to prison faster than this. This is your number one weapon. You may not like the law, but you may have to understand. You have to understand. You may not like the law, but that doesn't make the law not legal. We don't always like every law. This guy is possibly going to jail. To me, the people they put on the news that said it's just a package, he should have just let it go. Had they been the victims of the package stealing, they wouldn't have been saying that. I think they should have kept their damn mouths shut, and they should have said, hey, I don't want to be a part of that, rather than to get out there and put on a fiasco. Because these kids are watching. These criminals are watching. And they're sitting here saying, oh, okay, so this is the sentiment of the community. Well, I can send young people to go steal from them, or I can go and steal a package off your porch. And you shouldn't be able to do me anything if you're inside because I'm not posing a threat to you. Yeah, you keep that up with the amount of online shopping that goes on, and more people gonna start to have packages stolen. Now, if you work at Amazon or one of these places where there's a lot of this e-commerce, you may not this affect you. But if people decide that they would rather start going in the store again than to dealing with these package thieves, you guys and girls gonna be out of a job. So y'all should be the main ones that should be speaking against these package thefts. You know what I mean? It's that time of the year. Not only are the home invasions kicking up and ramping up, not only the car break-ins and the car thefts and the armed robberies, but these package thieves. They know people buying offline. They're gonna go around and this what I saw, they said that these guys saw a delivery van leaving that home. So they decided that they was gonna go over here and steal, and they got caught. And it almost cost them their lives. The way I see it, this guy should be let go. He should go home, but unfortunately, the law in Georgia, and correct me if I'm wrong, states that you cannot come out of your home to defend a property crime like somebody stealing packages off your porch. At least that's what I saw. I'm not well versed in it. I'm not 100% sure, but if it is different, let me know. But this is why you guys and girls gotta understand, man. No matter where you go, you may not like the law, but when you're a law-abiding citizen, you're constrained by the law. So you need to know. This is why I tell you, when you're traveling across state lines with your firearm or firearms, make sure wherever you're going, that gun is legal. With these stupid magazine capacities that we have around the country, make sure that there's reciprocity, and if not, what is the law for somebody coming from another state into this state that has a firearm? I know most places, at least in your car, say if they don't recognize your concealed carry permit, the firearm can't be under the seat or it can't be hidden. It has to be in plain sight. That's always the discretion of the cops, but still, you guys and girls, you gotta know this. It's imperative that we as law-abiding citizens get out here, go to some of these city councils, some of these state rallies, what have you, talk to some of these lawmakers, man. We gotta get the language right. Because you can just say it's just a package until it's your package or packages that come up missing. And usually, I'm gonna tell you, when they say the guilty returns to the scene of the crime, if they steal your package once, that don't mean they won't come back and steal it again. They'll continue to steal. I've seen multiple videos of guys and girls setting traps for people and telling them, I got you on camera. You've stolen from me multiple times. And I know it's you because I got you on camera. So, you guys and girls have to think about that. It starts as an innocent package theft. Believe me. They start stealing packages. Eventually, somebody's gonna tell them you gotta have to carry a gun with you. Because what if somebody see you? What if somebody catch you? This could have easily went the other way. That man could have came out there empty-handed and confronted them, and they could have shot him and killed him. Now, it's also my understanding that he said he was cleaning his gun, and he didn't go get a gun when this happened. I don't know. All I'm saying is, you guys and girls just got to be prepared, man. It could be, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous out here. So you just got to know the law. With that being said, just be careful. That's all I can tell you. Because this can happen to any of us at any time, any place, anywhere. That we can have a package stolen. We can actually be coming out of the home while somebody's stealing the package, and it can be a confrontation. You know, like I said, these guys did what they did, and it almost cost them their lives. This guy possibly going to prison. With that being said, I'm gonna let everybody get out of here, get on back to church, whatever y'all got going on. I just wanted to stop in and do that. I might stream again tonight. Maybe I'll talk about the Brown University incident and give my thoughts on the mass shooting in Australia. Now, I'll say this before I get out of here. I don't know what the gun laws in Australia are, but I know here doesn't matter. People might say stay away from large gatherings. That doesn't mean that you're safe. Remember, this package stuff happened in a gated community. I told you guys and girls, crime is everywhere. There is no safe zones. School is supposed to be safe. Brown University had a mass shooting. It's my understanding at least 2 people were killed in that one. Might have been more, I'm not sure, but understand. It can happen anytime, any place, anywhere, for any reason, from anybody. Keep that in mind. With that being said, give me a comment section, let me know what you're thinking. Until next time, stay safe.